This is an organization called Mulberry Mongoose, and it's a group of courageous ladies whose workshop is based in South Luangwa. And these ladies have never had any formal training in jewelry, and they have been learning on the job. To explain a bit more about what they're doing, their motto is beauty from brutality. They work closely with our brave rangers in the South Luangwa National Park, and they collect these snare wires which are used for snare poaching, which is a very painful and slow death for the animals, and sadly a big problem for our national parks in Zambia. But our rangers collect these snare wires and give them to these ladies, who turn them into beautiful works of art. This is an example of one of their pieces, and every sale they make, they give a donation to conservation. And to date, these ladies have raised over $100,000 for conservation, and a great example of the impact that they're having on the communities in South Luangwa.
If we could just have a look at his really specially carved doorbells. I think you could call them the chime of joy, are just an indication of his style of creativity. They're unique, they are different, which is really why these also stood out for us when we became aware of them. And the way in which we became aware of them is through some of our friends from the Royal Chundu. They have got a very big CSR project where they are working with makers, giving opportunity to makers, and they found Mr. Marby actually whilst, because that's where they live and obviously they have their lodge. And through that, having the lodge, and they got access to Mr. Marby, they actually used these doorbells at each of their bedrooms. And they've just been unique and special to some of the other pieces that we have here, but just wanted to highlight them because they're so different.
This is another lady that has inspired us immensely. Her name is Rosalina. She is a soap maker, and she uses goat's milk and charcoal, and she makes these beautiful bars. You can see this is a charcoal hemp goat's milk soap. We've got a lemon grass and goat milk soap, and another one is the Chinkondia goat milk soap, and she has really come a long way, and this is an example of when we were explaining how we work closely with our vendors to help with good business practice and improve on their packaging and way of doing business. And Rosalina has grown from strength to strength. Not only does she make soap bars, she's also making these lovely orange spice lotion bars. This is 100% natural ingredients. She also does a lovely lip balm, and Rosalina has gone from strength to strength, and she is now supplying outlets. We are also finding other lodges to supply her products to, who want to stock 100% local products in their bathroom range within the lodge, which is just a fantastic opportunity for Rosalina.
And then we are extending ourselves in Western Province. Mangu is a hidden little gem of talent. And as I'd mentioned earlier, we were talking about the Hope Arts Africa, who are an organization working with women in order to support orphans. So just a little bit of what they do. It's another area that we are trying to emphasize is the use of upcycling, recycling. Are these lovely beaded bracelets. They're just very easy slip-on paper beaded bracelets, but it's the packaging I think that also makes it really special and unique to Zambia. Just so we can have a look inside, it comes with a story, the back has a story, and on the inside as well. So this whole project and the initiative behind this project is all profits go towards looking after orphans. They don't only just make paperwork though. Another project that they work on is called critters. So these are what we call the critters. And these are little animals made out of socks. Different sizes, fun, quirky. They're also just really lovely. So if you are visiting Zambia, you're not from here, it's a lovely little piece to take back with you, remind you of your zebras, the monkeys that we see around, there's lions. We have quite a choice available from them. So that's just another really lovely, another group of people that we work with that really add a special element to what we do and value here at Lusaka Collective. Just a special mention, Another group that we're working with from Livingston is called Shishemo, who really need to be credited on what they're doing with a group of women. Sorry, as I said earlier, I think we've got 78 vendors, which I think about 85% of our vendors are female-led businesses. And Shishemo is actually using all the old glass bottles from the lodge and getting it crushed and using traditional ways, but traditional fires to make a furnace and make beads and then turn those into jewelry as well. And really, if you could actually watch the process of what they do, it's quite an intensive process to get the shape, how long it stays in the fire. They're working with extreme heat as well and turning it into these lovely pieces of jewelry as well, which I think when you start to understand how there's a story connected to that product, it really allows you to have that conscious mind or the conscious consumerism about the product that you're buying or the piece of jewelry that you're wearing as well.
This is a gentleman called Frederick Piri, who's based in South Luangwa. He works under an organization called Project Luangwa, which provides a space for artisans to work out of until they can go solo. But he is incredibly imaginative, and he upcycles old scrap metal pieces and turns them into beautiful works of art. This piece is called I'm a Man, and you can see all the welding work and sculpturing that he's done on metal, and he is really quite a phenomenal artist.